Today, we talk about returning graded comics to CGC. Stay tuned. Welcome back to My Third Life. In a recent video, I did a reveal of a submission that I had sent to CGC, and I got those books back, graded and slabbed, and I showed what grades I got and talked a little bit about the books that I sent in and why I sent them. While I was recording that video, I noticed that there was some scratches on some or most of the books on the outer case. And when I originally recorded it, I tried to show it on the camera, but I couldn't get it to show up. Basically, it was a set of scratches that went pretty much down the full length of the front of the case. And this is, out of the 7, there was only one that didn't have those scratches. And just to show you kind of where those scratches were, they were kind of in a semicircle, all in the same exact place, and pretty much running down the full length of the front of the case. And so I was trying to figure out what to do about it. There was a couple that were real faint, and the others were pretty noticeable right away. And so, I had originally planned on selling these books on eBay, and then I thought, if I got one of these books and I saw those scratches, I wouldn't be too happy about it. So I decided to look up what the return policy was for CGC and see about returning the books to get the outer case replaced. And so I went ahead and called them, and so far it's turning out to be a fairly easy process. So I'm going to take you through that process today and show you what you need to do if you need to return your books to CGC. Now, a little word of caution. It does say in the instructions that you should write ME on the box, mechanical error. That way it gets processed faster. I totally forgot to do that, unfortunately. So hopefully it won't take too long for a turnaround. And the other thing is you do have to provide your credit card information just in case, I guess, they decide it wasn't their fault and it's something you did, and you only have 14 days from the time of receipt in order to initiate a claim. So by the time I decided to do that, it had already been, I want to say like 9 or 10 days. So I was cutting it pretty close. So I'm going to go ahead and show you on the computer the walkthrough, and hopefully you never need to return your books to CGC, but if you do, this should help you out. Okay, we're going to go to the CGC website. Well, first, we're going to take a look at the email that they sent me after I called in. So it's just instructions on the reholder service for mechanical errors. And we're going to go through this. You want to make sure you write ME on all sides of your box. So let's go here. My CGC, my submissions. And it's gonna be like you're submitting comics, like a new submission. You're gonna hit start new order. You see, I've already done this, and so it's right here. But I'm gonna just walk you through the steps and what it looks like. So comics, regular grading, and mechanical error. That's a little waiver you have to agree to. And then you can start adding comics. So you go ahead and enter your certification number like it says. And look up the comic. And there we go, it comes up. Now you have to go in and hit the declared value. that does have to be filled out. And then you're going to go ahead and then check whether it was a clerical error or holder damage in transit, and then describe the damage. And hit add comic, and let's see what happens. Okay, it added it. So I will go ahead and add the rest of these. Okay, so I've got 6 comics out of the 7 that I got. 6 had scratches. Some were fainter than others, but they were all noticeable, so I went ahead and entered all 6. As you noticed before, when I was entering the value, I guess the $100 was just a placeholder. You put in whatever you feel your comic is worth. So I just went with 100 for each. So now what? Review cart, I guess. Okay, order total 0. That's good. Choose shipping method. Okay, so do I have to pay for shipping? Okay. CGC will cover the cost of inbound shipping when you ship with FedEx Ground. Prepaid shipping label will be attached to your package slip. Okay, good. On mechanical errors, CGC will pay return shipping, handling, and insurance fees. Okay, so they're asking for a credit card, but it says if it's a valid mechanical error, it will not be charged shipping, insurance, or handling as long as the return is made within 14 days. So from that point, it was just a matter of putting in my credit card information and basically hitting submit and verifying my address, and then printing the packing slip and the shipping label. And it was free. I used their box that they sent me. I just repacked it and put in a little bit of extra bubble wrap with the packing slip in the box and the shipping label on the box, and took it up to the local drop-off. As I said before, I did forget to write ME on the box, so I went back and looked at how long it took for the original submission. I sent it in, I think, on the 11th of January, and they sent it back to me on the 20th of January. So from the time it took me to ship it, which was probably a couple of days, 2 or 3 days, they graded it and sent it back out in 9 days. I mean, that's pretty incredible. And it actually took FedEx, for some reason, like a week, because I didn't receive it until the 27th, and they mailed it on the 20th. So I don't know why it took FedEx a week to get it to me. Maybe it was weather or something. But hopefully, even though I didn't write ME on the box, it'll be quick again. And or maybe once they realize what it is, it's a reholder, that they'll expedite it. So anyway, if you have any questions about this process, please leave a comment below. Ask me. I'll try to answer it. And if you like this kind of content, think about subscribing. And thanks for watching. I'll see you again.